Hey guys, Joe Raiti from Raiti's Rides, and I'm here today at the Ferrari of Tampa Bay dealership for their annual Toys for Tot car run and car show. We have a great turnout of vehicles today. I can't wait to show you some of my favorites. Let's see what we have.
So here is a lineup that you just don't see very often. Ferrari after Ferrari after Ferrari. You can see how there's lots of excitement going on here because it's a Toys for Tot run, because it's a car show. You know, people come out to these events, they love to share their passion for cars. Whether you could buy one of these cars or not, it's like looking at pieces of artwork. You know, if you go to the Louvre, which I did, but if you go to the Louvre and you see the Mona Lisa, you can admire the Mona Lisa, you can admire the other paintings there, even though you can't buy any of them. So for me, this is really artwork at its finest, Italian styling. It just, every one of these cars, the attention to detail, how each one is unique, but yet there's still many styling cues that each one has. Let me stop at this one. I really like the bronze wheels with the gray paint. Very, very nice touch on this car. And that's what I was saying before. You get to pick and choose how exactly you want the car to be for you. Let's continue working our way down here. We got Convertibles. These are some of the older models. Now we're getting into the Ferrari 458s, the F430s. Check this out. I don't know if anybody in here is a kid from the 1980s, but this was a very popular car, the Ferrari 308 and the Ferrari 328. This car in red was featured in Magnum PI during the 1980s. Very, very popular car. And then of course we come to a front engine Ferrari. Now what's interesting is that Ferrari actually started with front engine cars. Ferrari did not want a mid-engine car. He believed the engine should be in the front. So like this example here, there's still some of that traditional Enzo Ferrari. Yes, of course, in all these cars, but even more so when you see a Ferrari with the engine in front, because that's where he believed it should be. So one thing that Ferrari learned is that with technology and everything, you're gonna have to sometimes change. And he eventually sucked it up and moved the engine to the middle of the car in his race cars, because on a racetrack, these cars are gonna be way more balanced when the engine is in the middle, because it's all about that center of gravity. If you're able to take the center of gravity off the front of the car, move it to the middle of the car, that's where you're gonna get better handling. But I'll be honest, even though the engine in this Ferrari is up front, I'd be more than happy to take it out on a track, and I'm sure it would handle like an absolute dream. But you can see nice selection of cars here at Tampa Bay Ferrari. All right, this Ferrari is a little bit older. It's a personal favorite of mine. It's the Ferrari F360. This one obviously is the Spider version with no top. This, even though, you know, the newer Ferraris, the 488s and whatnot, are faster, you know, more aggressive, the styling is more, you know, even contemporary, I really like these 360s. I think for the price, if you want that Ferrari experience, this is something that could get you in that door. Let me show you, just like I was talking about earlier, there's the heart of this animal. It's a piece of artwork. Even though somebody maybe couldn't afford this car, you can admire it just like you could any piece of art in any fine museum across the country, or the world for that matter. I really like that rear diffuser. You know, one thing you don't see a lot on Ferraris are big, huge wings on top of the car. They've done a lot of engineering underneath the car, because there's a lot of air that travels underneath, and by channeling that air underneath the car, you can actually have it stick to the track. And the nice thing is you don't have the drag. You know, when you put a big, huge wing on a car, it is gonna produce downforce, but it is gonna create some drag. Let me go ahead and show you inside. One thing I've always liked about these F360s is that center tack, nice bright yellow. This one is the classic red with tan leather interior. Very clean look. Just your classic Ferrari.